Hello everyone, and I am Subjit Roy, welcoming you to Mojo for Industry Development debate on intelligent data collection and management solutions for energy and environment, powered by Advantech India. Today's energy and environment operations demand accurate collection of data from geographically distributed equipment directly and get condition monitoring in real time for further big data analysis and future maintenance. To understand more about this, today we are privileged to join by Ms. Monica Mane, AOnline Sales Manager, Advantech India, Ms. Pallavi Naykodi, Application Engineer, Advantech India, and Mr. Suresh Chawla, Project Manager at Alltronix, India. I would like to invite Ms. Monica Mane. She is presently working as IIoT AOnline Sales Manager, India at Advantech Industrial Computing India. She is going to set the tone of the session by sharing opening remarks on energy and environment trends and market. Over to Monica.
Advantech is a Taiwan-based company principally engaged in manufacture, assembly, and distribution of industrial computers. The mission of our company is enabling intelligent planet. Company revenue for 2021 was USD 2.9 billion. Our market capital for 2022 is USD 9.7 billion. Our service fields are Industry 4.0, Industry IoT, embedded computing, and we serve worldwide IoT solution integrators. Nowadays, pollution is a global problem. Water pollution, air pollution, noise pollution, food pollution. The government globally has invested a lot of resource and money in infrastructure construction, but the environment continues to deteriorate. I believe that the main issue is the sustainable operating model. Sustainable operation is the key, but it is also a huge challenge. With the continuous support of global governments, ambitious policies, and falling technology costs, are rising the share of renewable energy in the global power. In 2020, the renewable power generation rise by over 6%. India is third largest consumer of electricity. India has also set the target of producing 175 gigawatt by 2022 and 450 gigawatt by 2030 from the renewable energy. This graph is for India's comparison of renewable share in our total electricity production from 2000 to 2020. In 2020, our share of renewable is increased by 7% compared to 2015. In 2016, the Paris Agreement, India made a commitment of producing 40% of the total electricity from non-fossil fuel sources by 2030. As mentioned in my first slide, sustainable operation takes 3 steps: remote monitoring and remote control. Second is predictive maintenance. Third one is optimization and intelligent operation. How to use these new technologies of IoT to solve these problems. These are the 3 important technologies to solve 3 important applications: wireless communication and OPC-UA solution, intelligent edge intelligence, and cloud platform and management platform. Advantech has very interesting products and solution with the future run technologies and comply with the industrial standards. Now I want to introduce Ms. Pallavi, who is a senior application engineer in Advantech India IoT sector. She will describe you in brief what will be the Advantech's offering in the field of energy and environment. Over to Pallavi.
So let us introduce our several exciting solutions. We have a machine to intelligence for energy and environment. This is very important for the energy and environment industry because device management and data collection facilitates the development of further functions such as remote maintenance and data visualization. As a leading supplier of I/O and automation product worldwide, Advantech offers versatile I/O and automation devices, from sensors, remote wireless I/O to IoT gateways with software tools, which not only satisfy acquisition, communication need, but also cloud integration for wider area data management system. Industrial operators and equipment manufacturer can easily leverage Advantech solution to collect and monitor data from all kind of field sites, connecting to the IT system and cloud for further data analytics and managerial solutions. So this is our complete IO solution. Advantech Adam remote IO modules have been used by the industry for over 30 plus years. The Adam 4000 and 4100 series support RS485 Modbus IO with USB for configuration and diagnostic purpose. The Adam 6000 and 6200 series is an Ethernet IO used for IoT application with SNMP, MQTT, RESTful API, and web services with Azure and AWS cloud interfaces. Likewise, the Adam 6300 series is an innovative OPC UA IO with security encryption features. We have Adam 5000 series is a modular IO system which offer both RS485 Ethernet IO and have some programming controller option like KW and Codisys soft logic. This is our LoRaWAN solution we provided to the worldwide. The system will need a gateway which is our Y6610. Y6610 support MQTT Modbus protocol. It's really easy to maintain long-range wireless communication with low-power communication technology. For device portion, we have an all-in-one solution like WISE2410, which is vibration sensor, and WISE4610 with different kind of IO module for different kind of industrial application. So next one is our WISE615 for RTD sensor connection. WISE2210 have pure RS232 485 serial connections, which is used for generally a field device connection like meters. And also have a general solution like WISE617 with AI, DI, DO, and RS485 channel for multiple applications. Advantech solution supports two-way communication. So it is not only for device or environment monitoring application, but also support remote downlink control application. So user can monitor that end device via remotely and able to view that particular monitoring data on remote location. Advantech access point and client bridges enable M2M equipment to create a Wi-Fi network and access data for Wi-Fi enabled devices. It supports IEEE 802.11 ABGN and AC wireless standard, which having the 867 Mbps data rates, which also support the 2.4 and 5 gigahertz dual band concurrent. We can use both 2.5 or 5 gigahertz frequency at the same time for better data transmission. So it reduces the wireless interface against device for data transmission. It's also reduced the delay. For flexible network deployment, it's also support for 3 modes for the configuration. Likewise, it's having the AP, client, and repeaters modes. So it support the external RSMA connector for the antenna for wide adoption for a local condition. So this is our Wi-Fi access point and client module. Unmanaged switch, which is our EKI 2000 and 5000 series. So this is simply plug and play switch. So EKI 2000 series designed for small objects where we do not need to set up switching rules and divide the network into VLANs. The switches have no settings and the most economical option from the EKI switch lines. So it's a support 802.3 edged protocol, which reduces the power consumptions up to 60%. EKI 5000 series, which having the unmanaged switch, which support devices of the series having additional option for the integration into the SCADA systems. So it's have the ProView function, allows user to monitor the different port. Advantech EKI 7700 series managed switches provide fast Ethernet and gigabit combo port, as well as numerous network protocols such as SNMP, Profinet, and Ethernet IP. The assistance in achieving critical communication interoperability for industrial IoT application. It's also support NMS, XMS, and it comes with Ethernet and SFP combo ports. Also having the PoE option as per the specific application requirement. So user can get the power to the switch with power over Ethernet. Next one is our device server. First one is the device server, then Modbus gateway, Fieldbus gateway, and last one is the Modbus router. So this is our Advantech solution. So we Modbus device server and Fieldbus gateway are serial to Ethernet solution. So that allows user to connect their isolated serial device to the internet. For centralized machine communication management, Advantech high compatibility device server and Modbus Fieldbus gateway can seamlessly convert protocol from boundless machines to machine and machine to cloud data transmission and network connectivity also. Fieldbus gateway support OPC UA. So this is our end device which will collect the data from field devices and uses the different protocol like OPC UA, MQTT, AMQP, like messaging protocol, lightweight M, and it's having the different cloud connectivity like Amazon, Microsoft Azure, Advantech WisePass, T-System, Cumulocity IoT, and Erection. So user can easily able to monitor the field device data over this protocol using these gateways and IO modules to their cloud. And it can be managed at remote location also.
Now I will invite Mr. Suresh Chawla, Project Manager at Alltronix India. His company Alltronix is a distributor and solution partner for Advantech in India. His role has been in sales and promotional activities, new market identification, and providing solutions to clients. Mr. Suresh is going to share some very interesting application stories of Advantech's data collection and management solutions for energy and environment. So welcome, Mr. Suresh.
So Alltronix is a partner of Advantech based out of Bangalore. We are a company which started 45 years back, and predominantly we our activities has been into trading and distribution of electrical and automation products. It is the industry segment. The focus industry segments have been in various verticals, that is industrial automation, railways, renewable, factory automation, telecommunications, pharma, water, infra, power and energy, including renewable, and defense. This is one of the largest project which was done somewhere about 2019. Is one of the largest solar plant, largest solar plant, which has about 1.17 gigawatt of power generation. It is spread about 8 square kilometers. It has about 3.2 million solar PV modules, and this is in Abu Dhabi. So you can imagine the harsh environmental conditions it could be installed at. As they say, the data is new oil. Without data, you can't actually take the right action. So we put in control systems, we put in sensors, we put in devices where we can monitor, but we also at the same time need the networking, to network all these products onto a common platform to manage and control them. And for that, with help of Advantech, we were able to give them a complete solution where we offered them the industrial managed Ethernet switches with the combination of L2 and L3. The complete solution provided is on a redundant network. The advantage here, what the client got was that Advantech has a feature called X-Ring, wherein a conventional RSTP redundant network can only manage roughly around 40 switches, but the recovery time, if one of the link goes down, it takes longer time. But with using X-Ring, I can go up to 250 switches with a recovery time of less than 20 milliseconds. Apart from that, As you see the architecture here, below the switch, we have various devices which are connected to the switch. One is obviously the main product, which is the inverter, and then you have a PLC which is monitoring all the breaker status, the environmental sensors, your various other auxiliary BOS. And apart from that, you also have combiner boxes which are measuring the current produced from the PV module, which is on a serial communication. So for the purpose of getting it onto an Ethernet platform, we provided a Modbus gateway, which had the functionality of store and forward. The protocol used here was all the serial communication is predominantly in the solar is Modbus. So we converted through this gateway. We also are at the same time converting Modbus RTU to TCP. It also has additionally other features like IEC 104, OPC UA, DNP3, and MQTT, and of course FTP. Because it does store and forward, it can also log data in a CSV format, and you could push it to an FTP folder. Now, since we are logging these data at intervals, predefined intervals, it is very important that the time is synchronized with the main SCADA server. So all these devices have NTP and SNMTP client. As you are seeing that the area is about 8 square kilometers, managing these devices becomes a challenge. So the switches, the gateways all have SNMP, wherein I can manage and monitor the network. For the purpose of monitoring that, we have provided with the network management software, which is a browser-based application, which is running locally at the plant. The advantage of using the NMS was that it could automatically discover the network topology, the hierarchy of the architecture, report all the alarms which you could log and visualize what network issues it had. We've totally supplied roughly about 206 managed switches, 205 gateways, communication gateways, and one on-premise network management software. This was one of the applications which we provided. The other was a solar, again a solar plant in Egypt, where the requirement was that the customer had a redundant PLC. Now the redundant PLC, wherein you have one active PLC and a backup PLC. The application is that most of the solar plants now have to be, the data has to be shared with the load dispatch centers or the control stations, or you could say the government utility bodies, who would want to see what is the generation, as well as for various other reasons like curtailment or for grid management. So to provide this data, it was very important that the LDC needed the data on a certain protocol, which is IEC 60870-5-104, whereas the data available at the at the PLC end was Modbus, and that was one. One was the protocol conversion which was required, and the other thing was they didn't want the link to go down at any point of time. So again, here we provided a managed switch, which is connected in redundancy with the PLCs. And we also at the same time provided two Modbus, two protocol gateways, which is again an ECU 1152, which my colleague Pallavi mentioned about. So the data coming out from the PLC is getting converted from Modbus to IEC 104, and it is then streamed to a secured network to the LDC control station.
So thank you, Mr. Suresh, for sharing the success stories that are achieved with Advantech's data collection and management solutions for energy and environment. Thank you, Monica, Pallavi, and Mr. Suresh for exchanging your valuable thoughts on the topic.
For more updates, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon.